You are looking live at the Denver Motorsports Park. We are just about ready for action here in round 12 of the second season of the USARC Aaron's Pro Cup Series. It is the ToyotaCare 300, and once again we return to the Mile High City, this beautiful facility just outside of Denver, where we put on a great show here in Season 1. That race winner, Peter Onjak, starts pretty far back in the field. He starts 17th, not where he wants to be. But on the pole, it is Ricky Freeman Jr. Once again, every week we bring up that story. He is still searching for his first win. Can it happen today?
I mean, it's a difficult one, for sure. It's a track where, I mean, there's a lot of cars in contention. But qualifying is important. There's a lot of aero wash, at this track. So when you are leading and when you have a gap out in front, it's definitely in your favour. So I mean, he's got that going for him for sure. There's a lot of people starting deep in the field, or even not that deep, just slightly deeper. Like Justin Whitmer or Luna Bennington, who led a majority of last year's race. Out to Blake Card as well, starting in 10th. Last year's winner, Peter Onjak, is in 17th, but I think you can make a bet on him and several others as well. I mean, you can see Cameron Brennan back there making up positions early on and throughout the race. It's a long one. It's 40 laps. Yeah, like I said, a lot of aero wash, so it can be difficult to make.
So the two cars behind Freeman are also longtime drivers who have come close to victory, but not quite. Riley Spurley 2, Blair McKenzie. Hopefully, for them, they could probably pick up the win here today. Looking, though, further in the field, Kyler Sustra rolls off P11. He's going to need a good run for his title hopes. It is still so tight up front. As we look, Ricky Freeman Jr., your points leader, then just a point back to Herman, another point to Onjak, and another point to Sustra. So still, this championship is anyone's game as we get into the closing stages of this season.
And there are just plenty of teams, midfield teams up here looking to break through. Obviously, you have the 52 of Angel Gutierrez. He won earlier this season. And the 64 of Joe Zeller. He's always good at these type of tracks. So it's interesting to see how the more unproven teams will do today at this big oval where almost anyone has a chance to win.
Yeah, and also, I mean, Zeller as well, starting in the 7th position. You've also got Bobak Fox in 13th, and Matthew Schubert is around the midfield. JZR always come out well on these speedway tracks for whatever reason. And the 74 and the 64 in particular always seem to do well. Jacques Regel there as well in 14th, continuing his strong season in the 50 car. Have a few notables. Nigel Smith in the 41 this week. You can see there Augustin Galvez making a race in the 38 as well. And it's William Ayers in the 51 this week making that race for FSR in a part-time car.
So I think that just will wrap up our pre-race festivities. Sorry. We will see the starting command here in just a few moments. In fact, there it is right now. The engines here roar to life at the Denver Motorsports Park. Field rolls off here for what will be 40 laps. Ricky Freeman Jr. on the pole. Riley Spurley Tube rolls off second. Blair McKenzie and Stephen Colon make up row 2. It's then Lexi Herman and Luke Evans behind on row 3. Joe Zeller, Justin Whitmer make up row 4, and then Luna Bennington and Blake Card round out the top 10. So we've definitely got some names that have proven themselves to be up-front contenders, but have just fallen short of victory, and we've got a few names that are looking for another win. Who do we think will come out today?
Well, I got my eyes on Luna Bennington here. Led most of this race last year, rolling off 9th this year. I think she's got a pretty good shot and a pretty fast car.
I've got my eyes on Kyler Sustra, to be honest. I think There's just a handful of cars, the 18 being another one, the 14 being another one, where they're just too fast for the rest of them.
I'm going to say the 5 of Blair McKenzie. She's had just about... She's very much like Ricky Freeman Jr. in the way that she's had very little luck this season and in her career, but I think today's the day that she turns it around. Pace car is off, 40 laps. Let's see what happens here. The ToyotaCare 300 here at Denver Motorsports Park is green. We are racing in Denver.
Good start for 15.
Very good getaway for Ricky Freeman Jr. Luke Evans already hit the high line and he's dropping back fast. Spurley was able to get down to the inside, but here comes McKenzie, and McKenzie's partial team owner Lexi Herman also on the charge early.
You can just see kind of the different lines you can take, but also how they can compromise you, how they can be a bit of a disadvantage. We saw that with a few cars there through turns 1 and 2. Here comes the 5 and the 53 on the inside.
Freeman, though, looking very strong on the outside here early, was able to run that and keep it clean. Peter Onjak, he's already man on a mission. He looks like he might just be outside the top 10 right now. In fact, he is.
Yeah, just in 12th place at the minute. Here comes Blair McKenzie, though, with help behind, possibly from teammate Lexi Herman.
Oh, Freeman actually really did not have a good run, and Blair McKenzie kind of just followed the 15, and that's boxed both of them in. And here comes Lexi Herman with a whole head of momentum, the 53 to the point.
Kyla Soufdra as well started 11th, already up into 3rd, looking for 2nd as well. Oh, and the 53's up the track.
Herman up the track, that opens the door for Freeman, but it looks like he kind of backs out of it on the exit of the corner. That checks up Soufdra, and that's going to open the door for Blair McKenzie.
Oh, we've got trouble.
Oh, and we're wrecking.
Oh!
Eric Monaco's gone around. And that
that
should draw the caution.
Yes, it is. We
are in fact under caution. Lap 3 of 40.
These guys are racing back.
Yeah, we are still racing back. So Herman holding the race lead. Ricky Freeman Jr. in 2nd. Then McKenzie and Soufdra.
It's like only these 4 are racing back.
Entire rest of the field is single file, so Spurley Tube 5th on back. They're all going to keep the same positions, but Soufdra here, he comes for 3rd on McKenzie. And Herman's going to hold the lead.
Very bizarre incident. First one of the day.
I wonder if it's because these 4 had already crossed the line when the yellow came out, but Spurley would have been the first one across the line. So anyone 5th on back couldn't race back, but these 4 could. Regardless, Eric Monaco, that car a bit dinged up on a part-time schedule with Daytona Motorsports. He is spun, but looks like he'll continue in this one. We'll get replays in just a second.
Here we see the 12 of Eric Monaco. The 92 gets on the quarter, just doesn't let off. And a really hard hit for Eric Monaco into the wall. A little bit of contact from the 88 of Carter Schwab, but looks like just a single car with huge damage here.
We are back here at Denver just before the green flag. We had a few very quick pit stops, I believe. Drivers trying to top off before to make it to the end. David-Jan, Steelwolf, Greenman, and Kupski. No one lost a lap. Everyone to the back of the field. Monaco didn't even lose a lap on pit damage. He is back in. And pace car is off. Lexi Herman in the 53 is going to lead the field back to the green over Freeman, Soufdra, and McKenzie. Green flag back out here on Denver, lap 8 of 40.
That was a really strong start for Soufdra.
But looks like he's going to be left out to dry. No one's gone with him. And I think McKenzie is going to be able to get 3rd here. Freeman trying to look on Herman. McKenzie backed out of it mid-corner, so Soufdra might actually be able to keep 3rd.
Ooh,
and Sells right in the wall. Didn't look too severe, so I don't think there should be any damage on the 92, but already another rough a race for that 92 team.
Oh, there's contact there between the 19 and the 10. Then Crouch getting into Evans, and he's sinking back already at the minute.
Yeah, I was about to make that point. Luke Evans has been dropping like a rock since the start of this race, and Herman and Freeman have really checked out as Blair McKenzie's now moved into the third spot. Bobak Fox and Joe Zeller, here come the JZR cars. They're coming up here as well.
And shout out to Blake Card, still in the top 10. Very good run for him and the Monster Motorsports team. I don't know how long it will last, though. He's got a lot of fast cars behind him.
Malone trying to get to the inside the 7,
Card's
way up
overdriven
high
it.
into the wall goes Blake Card,
Good timing.
and it's going to lose that top 10. That's the commentator's curse right there.
As
look,
good as he gets.
Oh, might be a bit dangerous. But look like Card just got a bit over eager. We'll see that throughout this race. Driver's getting over eager, just washing up and getting in the wall. Now he's in a hornet's nest back here.
That's on fresh tyres, by the way. You know, we've not seen, you know, these guys run on worn tyres in race conditions yet. Oh, and Steelwolf.
And Steelwolf now in the wall.
This is early to be driving your car into the wall like that.
Up front, the 15 really. Oh, and Fox said that on McKenzie, but the 15 really has not looked like it's been able to hold the bottom that well. I don't know if that's by design or the car's just not handling how Freeman wants it to, but that's definitely costing him time because Herman's got a really good car under her.
Yeah, that might be down to driver preference, just like kind of where he wants to take the car into the corners. But yeah, for now, I mean, Herman working in her favour, and that's not good. He's hit the wall.
Freeman now, latest one to catch the wall. As the two JZR cars have stayed front to back here, now they're going to go side by side, but these guys have been working well, and look who else has been working well, now hounding Blair McKenzie. That is Peter Onjak, our reigning race winner here. He is a man on a mission.
Just seems to do so well at these tracks, these track type, and just this track specifically as well. I mean, it's the one place where he's had the APCS win, kind of showing how he managed to do that last time. It's there where he checks up through turns 1 and 2. I mean, Herman's checked out as well.
Herman seems very comfortable right now as Freeman settled into second. Bobak Fox trying to catch up to the 15. He's got teammate Joe Zeller for company. Blair McKenzie has pulled away a bit from Peter Onjak in the 14, and then it's a decent gap back to the likes of Cologne and Whitmer. And then Gutierrez and Luke Evans, who his plateau has now looked like he's started to gain spots, and another driver who's had a really good start right behind is Zachary DeLello in the 55. He started 23rd, and he is now up here in the top 10 fringes.
Just knocking on the door of the top 10, nearly contact there between the 8 and the 10. And that's going to open the door.
And now here comes Rigel. That's a bit risky.
There's not a lot of room for that. And the 53, and this is what I mentioned about the aero wash. You can get, if you get too close, you can lose time. But if you kind of find yourself in a good distance between yourself and the car ahead, you can really pull in through the draft. And that's what's happened here with the 15. Go back to Fox here as well.
Looking back through the field, more 3 wide. This is Bennington, Gutierrez, and Spurley-Tube. So definitely a big battle going on for the final spots inside the top 10 right now. Is Bennington, what a move on the inside. I believe that's going to book her into 10th. Angel Gutierrez now right in it, as is Kyler Sustry. Nicholas Santiago just inside the picture as well. So definitely good battling going on for the final spots in the top 10. Out front, Stephen Cologne making moves now, as he does battle with McKenzie and Whitmer. 3 wide now off of 4.
Whitmer's going to thread the needle and make it work, and that will put him into 6th.
I believe 6th, yes. But the top 4 stay nose to tail. Freeman just unable to build the run right now to try to get around the 53.
Look at the draft. Look at the draft down here. You can see him closing up. He's just got to bide his time here. Stick to the bumper.
Gonna try a move, but Herman just staying right there.
Ooh.
Freeman's got the run, but Herman is just able to block him, and here comes the Joe Zeller cars. And now
Freeman's going to look to the inside.
Can he book in the move, though?
Herman really through the middle.
Backed out of it. Fox, yeah, for a brief moment looked like he'd go through the middle. Now Freeman has shot out into the race lead.
Oh, and Whitmer's in the wall.
And Whitmer in the wall. Everyone else looks like they're going to make it through clean, though.
Anthony Greenman is 23rd. He took the restart 10 laps ago at about 38. So I think he just topped off of fuel when he was in the pits. But I mean, fair play, he's, you know, really climbing up quite quickly at the minute. Oh, and Herman's down to 4th.
Yeah, Herman, that definitely shows you that Denver's definitely a bit of a momentum track as well. You get up out of the groove and you just start going backwards, and will stay going backwards for at least a bit. You're probably going to lose a few spots, especially when we're running like this.
Look at the gap between the top 5 and everyone else.
Yeah. Freeman, though, holding the lead for now. Bobak Fox putting in a very good drive right now. He still runs second. Off of turn 4.
Oh, that's close.
Looking down through the field, Evans and Spurley Tube close on track again. These two have been at each other for most of the race. Reese Kupski in the wall. Latest driver to catch the turn 4 or turn 2 wall. And now the 15 has definitely pulled out a gap.
But I mean, we saw that with the 53, and it's just easy to get reeled back in once you kind of have, when you're safe distance out in the corners, and you know, you can get the draft on the straights. It's very easy to kind of pull yourself back in, and that's what the 74 is doing through 3 and 4.
Fox put together a good run, but still can't quite get close enough. Joe Zeller is closing up on his teammate. The 64 has run very well this season, at points considered a dark horse title threat. He's now trying to work to the inside of Bobak Fox to try to take second and maybe go for the win himself. But that move's not going to get booked in off the exit of 2. Onjak, though, now into 4th. He's gotten by Herman.
Further back, these guys all bumper to bumper. This is just on the edge of the top 10, I believe.
Yeah, Rigel is currently scored in 10th, so this is just the edge of the top 10. And once again, Spurley Tube and Evans going to go at it here in this one. Ten will clear.
Oh, here comes Zeller. Like. I mean, just look how quickly you can close in.
It's one thing to catch, it's another to pass, and Freeman is going to get the door closed on the 64 before he can make a move.
Take a look at the run down this straight. Once you're locked in behind the car in front, it can be so easy to pull up alongside, but it looks like the 64 is going to bide his time a little bit.
Looks like he definitely lets off more in the corner than Freeman does, and tries to kind of arc it in and get a better run off, but didn't really work there. And Fox, Onjak, and Herman are all closing back in on the 64. So we've really been clicking off the laps here. We are now halfway through this one at Denver. So far, all 40 cars still in it. Only one incident, which was a small spin for Eric Monaco, and it is Ricky Freeman Jr. Is today the day? That is the question we asked in pre-race. He currently leads with what looks like the dominant car out front. He started from the pole. It's then Zeller Fox, Onjak, and Herman, the top 5.
Thing is with the 15 is, I mean, Ricky Freeman Jr.'s lost a race in every way there is to lose one. So at this point, I'm not sure how else he can lose one.
I'm sure a way could be found.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
was what we were saying at Ontario a few weeks ago, was there was not another way to lose one, and then he found one. So I think that
Oh,
we shouldn't say anything as we've
Green
got pit
flag, pit
stops.
stops.
I mean,
That's
literally,
interesting.
that's a vast majority of the field coming in.
But none of the leaders. The entire top 5 stayed out.
I mean, that's quite interesting as well because I think the 15 is going to pit here. Yeah, most
Yeah,
of them are.
15's coming in. The 53, though, let's
Only
see Herman
Herman
staying out.
stays out.
What's interesting is they've just made it over halfway on fuel.
Oh, McKenzie also. So
And
2 of the 3 555 cars are staying out.
yeah, I mean, what I find interesting about that is like the guys who pitted under the yellow have also come down. And I mean,
Yeah.
when you're coming in just over halfway, you kind of hope to be maybe. I mean, is this going to set up a fuel mileage finish? It's going to kind of depend on if we get any other yellows, but for now we're not going to have that.
I mean, I think really that strategy under the yellow was trying to just see if they can do something a bit different. I mean, didn't really pan out, but also I think in hindsight hasn't really cost them, as Peter Onjak with a stellar stop. He's now out in second. He's jumped both of the Joe Zeller cars.
They're going to be
And
side
he's
by
right
side
there
for the
now
lead.
with Ricky Freeman Jr. Is he going to go for the lead on pit exit?
Oh
He
my
is.
God.
He's gonna take it. What a move on pit exit, and he's gonna.
Oh, but
what
Freeman,
has happened?
That might be a penalty.
is that an unsafe exit on Onjak?
I don't know if that's a penalty, to be honest with you. I mean, that would be in most disciplines.
And Cologne looks like he's benefited pretty massively from pitting early. I'm going to see if they're going to send some of these guys back down. Onjak looks like he's going to avoid a penalty.
Yep, and it looks to be the case for everyone else. I mean, that just goes to show when you have yourself a well-run pit crew, what they can do is, there goes the 8 out. He's lost time, but who's that in front there? That's Blair McKenzie and...
That's McKenzie and Herman. I don't think this strategy is going to work out quite as 555 imagined it, but I don't think
Herman's going to come out in second, surely.
Yeah, yeah, Herman will actually cycle out in second, so I think that the bid for the lead is not going to happen, but definitely an alright stop delivered for both the 53 and 5. Both of them should stay about where they were pre-pit cycle. But Peter Onjak now holds the lead.
Yeah, I was about to say we were just talking as they started to come down about, can the 15 find another way to lose a race? I mean, a very questionable overtake on pit exit is certainly a very creative way to lose the race win. And at the moment he's down to 4th.
74's come to life on new tires. Bobak Fox running 3rd, Evans scraping the wall.
Not what you want to do this early into a stint. Oh, and yeah, the 08 as well.
08 runs wide. Murdoch got damage.
Yeah, a lot of damage on the 01. I think this is recent. Look at him losing time as well. But 0 as well is off pace. Has there been an incident?
I think we might. We are not under caution, though. I am noticing Steelwolf and Wilkinson are well off the pace. I noticed Steelwolf at least had an extended pit stop. There's
damage on the 29 as well.
I think we have missed an incident.
But they're staying out
under yellow
at the minute.
for it.
They're staying out, and they're also... I mean, it's definitely damage on the 0 and the 01.
Yeah,
look at them off the pace as well. That's a bit dangerous.
Oh, and that's going to stack up McFadden and Galvez. Nick Breeding there in the 09 as well.
This is just outside the top 20, by the way, so a good run for the 38 team. You want to be very careful. These guys, the other one's going to hit the wall, surely.
Oh, and Morgan and that's Cameron Lopez, they're very close together. Just behind, but yeah, definitely we've missed an incident. involving Benedict Murdo, Christian Vargas at least.
I wonder if it's
Don't
happened
know what's happened there.
on in the pits though, like as they're coming out, which is why.
No, there's definitely tire marks at
yeah.
turn 1.
But
No, it's at
amazingly,
turn
that's
1.
not brought out a yellow. I mean, look at the pace here compared to the 09 of Nick Breeding. And the 77 really closing in. This is kind of dangerous.
You see skid marks right there next to the Denver
Yeah,
Motorsports Park
yeah.
logo. I think that's what's happened to Murdo, but
Yeah, he's
that 01
really
is
slow.
well off the pace.
He's holding up his teammate now. He's holding up Seth Morgan and Carter Swab as well. This could get ugly.
I mean, we talked about the aero wash. This is very much an aero-dependent track, and when your aero isn't quite working how you like it, like with the 01 here, you're going to be well off the pace. So, another really unfortunate day for Benedict Murdo. This season just does not get better for him.
And the same misfortune could be said about Christian Vargas, who's had some trouble this season. He had looked to be turning it around with a couple strong runs, but as he's falling through the field, it looks like a strong run vanished for the 0 team.
Let's get back to the leaders. It is still Peter Onjak by about 2 seconds, 1.7 this time around, over Lexi Herman. Ricky Freeman Jr. stays third. Bobak Fox, Luke Evans, then Blair McKenzie, Joe Zeller, Nicholas Santiago, Kyler Sustrai, and Stephen Colon, the top 10. And then that is Nigel Smith in 11th. A very good run for him.
I have to say, if you're a neutral, this is like the perfect situation for the championship battle because, you know, the top 3 currently in the race are the top 3 in the standings. Yeah. And Sustrai's in 9th, yeah, and not too, you know, the points difference between 3rd and 9th is not huge at all. I mean, it's about 6 points. So yeah, I mean, there goes Bobak Fox into 3rd, but still, it's not gonna make a huge difference. I mean, we're still quite a ways out, but I think it's, you know, not too soon to discuss the possibility of us having, you know, 2, 3, maybe even 4 cars in battle for the championship at Homestead.
What a tantalizing battle that would be, considering what happened last year with our 2-car battle between Whitmer and Onjak, coming down to a blown tire for Justin Whitmer in the finale, as Freeman kind of ships Bobak Fox out of the way for 3rd. Onjak's going to take 10 to go here, and what is, I don't want to jinx it, but looking like a lot more comfortable of a race here at Denver than last year for that 14 team.
Yeah, he looks very comfortable, and he looked comfortable last year. He just was kind of pulled back down through the field due to factors out of his own control. But, I mean, he's always just come alive at this track. He comes alive at speedways, to be honest. But yeah, his old rival from last year, Luna Bennington, not doing so well currently. Just on the outside of the top 10, fighting with Justin Whitmer, Jack Miguel, running Spurley Sheep, as she has all race really. So not the best day, but you know, after the season that the FSR have been having, I think you kind of take it really.
Yeah, absolutely. Just not been a great season for FSR, so I think that 14th would definitely be much appreciated for them.
Oh,
Owen Vargas has had, oh my goodness, I believe that's been a mech issue on Vargas. I think probably an engine.
yeah, I mean, stopped in the apron of turn 1 and no yellow.
Did not draw a yellow.
But look, oh my god, they've closed up. I wonder if the full team got held up because
of Vargas.
They're all right here.
Yeah, the lead for Onjak lost a second the last lap to Ricky Freeman Jr. And as we cross the line, take 8 to go, gap is going to be
even smaller,
6/10. So another 2/10 gone, and we are catching the lap cars of Wilkinson and Steelwolf.
We've only got about 2 more laps before this race will finish under yellow. So these guys have got to get a move on here, and like you said, there may be lapped traffic involved for Peter Onjak.
Through 3 and 4 to take another lap. Onjak just needs to keep it smooth. The 0, they're still trying to work at it.
Yeah, that might be a tyre
So-
down then, and they've just had to stop.
Car maybe tearing up too much of the bodywork. That is just another unfortunate twist of the knife for Christian Vargas, who will likely finish last. I believe he will finish last in this one, being the only car laps down.
Yeah, the only car a lap down for now, at least, has... Oh, and there's...
Owen Murdos caught the
Ooh.
wall. Rimmel and Kupski are going to make it by, as will Perkins. So we will stay green still.
This 29 looks really off pace. And the
Yeah,
dipping on the apron
Onjak.
made me think they were coming down for a second.
Onjak enters the frame. This will be the first lap car for him, the 29, as Harmon's moved back into second. But so far, no one has had an answer for that. Columbia number 14.
Up the track goes Onjak. And that just might be that aero wash from the 29. It can be very difficult. Gonna get blocked.
He's going to get held up a bit there, but still a decent gap to play with. 1.5 seconds the last time by. He just needs to be patient, make his moves when he can, and as you can see, he's actually not closing up as much as I thought he would. Off the exit of 4, be careful.
Wow. Oh, we've had smoke.
Oh, and we've got more smoke, and
John
McFadden,
McFadden is destroyed.
and we're under caution.
Oh my god. Not
It's
again.
just threw a wrench into everything.
Not
It's-
again.
It's not going to be the easy walk in the park.
We're gonna get a
Onjak
restart.
imagined.
We're definitely gonna get a restart.
Oh my goodness.
Just unfortunate for John McFadden and Daniel Sells, two drivers who just seem to not have any sort of luck this season.
And we're gonna take a quick look at this one and bring you right back to the action. We'll be right back.
So you see John McFadden doing battle here with Augustin Galvez. The 38 sends it, gets into the 77 of Davian, and sends the 39 around. 38 also goes for a spin. Daniel Sells trying to avoid and just gets right into the 39. Hefty hit to both cars. Fortunately, both drivers get their cars back under power, so both of them are okay. But yeah, I think the 92 was trying to get around it, but I think misjudged where the 39 was, and that is both the 39 and the 92 out of this one. We are back here at Darlington. The cleanup is done, and we're going to see the green with 3 laps to go. Peter Onjak, your race leader, he's had a very comfortable time out front, but Herman and Freeman and Bobak Fox have all proven that they've had some very strong cars underneath them. So can any of them go out and challenge that 14? We're about to find out.
It's been a quiet race, but we're setting up for a very high energy finish as we come back with just 3 laps to go here. And I guarantee you a lot of people are going to be putting it all on the line to try and go get the win. The pace car pulls down pit road, coming toward the restart zone. Peter Onjak leads over Lexi Herman and Ricky Freeman Jr. And we are back green here at Denver.
Herman's going to jump to the outside. Can she get the run on the 14?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is
Onjak didn't
not-
get away well at all. Look at the 15.
And here comes Freeman. Yeah, the 15 actually, I think, got the better jump because going to the outside hasn't really been the proven method.
Here he comes.
Ricky Freeman Jr. can't get the lead there.
Yeah, Onjak made the top line work. Herman's fallen back after initially a really good start. They're side by side. 15 now have a run.
Bobak Fox, don't count him out. Freeman clear to the lead. Fox into second. Here, Zeller and McKenzie also on a big drive, as is the 11 of Kyler Sustrai. Onjak with a huge run. And, oh, he almost got in the wall.
coming to 2 to go. Peter Onchak had a huge run off that corner, leaving Ricky Freeman Jr. essentially in the dust for now.
Look at these guys, 3 wide.
And Herman is the big loser on this restart, as look at Blair McKenzie now all on the back of the 15. But this is exactly what Peter Onjak wants to see. These guys all battling behind. They're not focusing on the 14 out front.
I mean, we've seen the kind of runs you can get. I think there's still time for these guys to make something happen. They're closing in on the back straight away. It's now or never, though, to really kind of build up your momentum. Ooh.
Oh, Fox is blocking Evans onto the apron. The 10 is pitting? No, he's not.
No, it was just the worst block of all time, possibly by the 74. In fact, he's lost that position quite easily. White flag is out there 3 wide.
Zeller all the way down to the inside trying to make a move work. Here comes Freeman on Onjak.
Down to 2, just battling for the win on the white unless something crazy happens.
They're 4 wide behind.
4 wide behind them. But Peter Onchak with a great run. He's almost up in the wall. He just keeps it out of the wall.
Oh, here comes Freeman. Coming. 14's going to block him. 14 just needs to mirror drive him and not mess up 3 and 4. McKenzie's all of a sudden in the picture.
He's in the bumper as well, the 14.
Oh, he was on the bumper.
The 10 is all of a sudden here as well. The 11's going to be too late.
Peter Onchak coming toward the line. Does he have enough? He does. Wow. Peter Onchak is going to win a thriller here at Denver.
Survived every single challenge there at the end. Man, if we had one more lap, I don't know if Onjak would have won that one. But, wow. Peter Onjak's going to defend his Season 1 race win here at Denver in spectacular fashion. He takes the ToyotaCare 300 for his first win of Season 2.
I mean, we said about Ricky Freeman Jr. Can he find another way to lose a race? I mean, well, there's that. He's very valiant.
I mean, he did everything he could, though. He was even on the bumper, the 14 of Onchak. You can't say he didn't try, but just coming up short again for Ricky Freeman Jr. Tough break for him.
And I guess the question is just...
He had a pizza, yeah.
But what a race. 3rd in points, Peter Onjak searching for his first win of the season. He will get it at Denver. And Denver, once again, kind of a mundane race through the opening bit, but put on another fantastic finish. So thank you all for tuning in. And we will see you next time when USARC returns for Race 13.